AF and True Followers, JC Styles here. This is a video that I wasn't expected to do today. I was at work today and I got a text message on my phone about the passing of Randy's Macho Man Savage. And I want to do this video and I'm going to do it the right way. And I don't think a lot of people are just going to get in front of the camera and say why they think he was such a good wrestler, this, that, or the other. But I want to just touch on some of the defining moments in his career as a person, as a man, because I mean, in this business, we deal with, as fans, we see our favorite wrestlers injured, screwed out of titles. We see our favorite wrestlers come up with really cool catchphrases and really cool outfits and music and entrances. You know, we deal with the seriousness of life-threatening injuries, our favorite wrestlers retiring, getting hurt. What's going to happen? Are they going to come back? Or, what are they doing outside of the business now? And, a lot of people don't, realize there's a lot of wrestlers that passed over the last couple of years. And, now Macho Man is up on the top of the list now. And it really hurts as a wrestling fan because he was such a great athlete, and I want to do this video the proper way, so I want to do it. I'm going to talk briefly on his on the character, his career, what he's done outside of the ring as well. So, sit through this video, please. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Bear with me as I'm a little scattered today. I just got off work a little while ago, so. Macho Man first bursted into WWE in 1985. And he really didn't have a big persona. He really wasn't flashy or have the big robes and the glasses and the hat, the colorful hats. I think everyone really remembers him really stepping into his own when he beat Ricky the Dragon Steamboat for the first time at WrestleMania 3 for the Intercontinental Championship. Uh, you know, he he was the kind of person that you really didn't kind of understand what the hell he was saying. And it's kind of hard, to notice that. I mean, if you guys haven't checked it out, and please, I do so right now. It's now a collector's item. Pick it up. It's called Macho Madness, the Randy Savage Ultimate Collection. I suggest you pick it up. It's a 3-disc set. They go through his entire career and they explain how he was such a unique wrestler, how he was such a unique individual. He won the Intercontinental Championship for the first time and had a great run with it, beating Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I believe, he won an award for PWI, Pro Wrestling Illustrated, for that. He also, later in his career, he beat Ted DiBiase to become, for the very first time, to become the WWF Championship in a tournament at, I believe it was WrestleMania 4. And it was, what can you say? I mean, the guy did it all. I mean, did what he did in the business, and he left a mark. I mean, his catchphrase is known all around the world. I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to sully the catchphrase. I can't do it as quite as good as he has, or I don't think anyone could do it as good as he has in the past, except for Jay Lethal, or maybe Matt Striker, because Matt Striker does a really good impersonation of Macho Man. I remember Macho Man from like the Slim Jim days from the 90s, the late to mid to late 90s. I remember snap into a Slim Jim, and I remember kicking back and watching a lot of his old school promos on the DVD that I just mentioned, and it was just really good. I mean, also his teaming when he teamed with Hogan and they had the Mega Powers, and you had that tag team for a while, and then the feud that he had between Hogan and himself over Miss Elizabeth. I mean, we all remember the Macho King Randy Savage gimmick character, and that was just such a fantastic character. I don't think. I mean, if it, I don't. I think if it wasn't really for sensational sharing, we really wouldn't have had such a great Macho Man character. I think she really pulled it out in him, and it sucks that we didn't get to see him inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. We didn't get to see, and now if he does get inducted into the Hall of Fame, we won't see him, be presented the ring and the award and give his farewell speech, which kind of really sucks. I mean, you guys, you can search YouTube and watch all his promos. It's just really, really good, and I just want to say that I'm gonna miss him. I mean, he wasn't my favorite wrestler, but I grew up watching him. I remember when he joined the NWO in WCW. I remember when he turned on the on NWO and went out on his own. And he was in the first Spider-Man movie. He was known as Bonesaw. He faced Peter Parker when Peter started learning how to use his abilities, and it was kind of interesting. There's not going to be another there's not going to be another Macho Man, and I really uh, want to say rest in peace, Macho Man. I'm sorry. I want to say my condolences to his family because he was such a great person. He touched a lot of people in many different ways. You know, he had feuds with Piper. He had feuds with uh, Ricky the Steamboat. Feud of the year with Diamond Dallas Page. Most hated wrestler in 1989. Most popular wrestler in 1988. Wrestler of the Year in '88, ranked number 2 in the top 500 single wrestlers in PWI, Pro Wrestling Illustrated. In 1992, he was ranked number 9 in the top 500 singles wrestlers of PWI years in 2003. He was ranked number 57 in top tag teams, the Pro Wrestling Illustrated years with Hulk Hogan in '03. You know, Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame class of 2009. He wrestled in WCW as World Heavyweight Champion over there 4 times. He won World War III. He was Grand Prix Wrestling International Heavyweight Champion, AWA Southern Heavyweight Champion, International CWA International Heavyweight Champion, Mid America Heavyweight Champion. You know, he had a very good lasting career. And I want to say thank you, Randy, for all the memories, all the matches, the moments that you provided to us fans. Uh, Even in the WCW days, even in the early TNA days when you were helping TNA build and get better, I want to say thank you. And that's all I really can say is thank you. I mean, you did so much for us and for us fans, and you did so much for the wrestling business. And I would have loved to have seen you dress up one more time, suit up, and go out into a WWE ring, and maybe go out with a bang one last night, one last day on WrestleMania. Maybe get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, but that's not going to happen now, and you know, I didn't really want, and in this video, I really didn't want to talk about what happened to him or how it happened or why did it happen. I wanted to just give my brief thoughts on what, my thoughts and my remembrances of Macho Man, what I remember about Macho Man's career. And it really sucks. I mean, this is a really big blow. I mean, I think the only one wrestler that really hit really hard to me was Eddie Guerrero when he passed away, just like with a lot of others, and especially Owen Hart as well. I mean, we've had a lot of wrestlers pass away that we really love join, and it just can't. Now, there's people out there that probably say, yeah, he was probably on drugs or whatever, but he was in the car with his wife. They were traveling. He was suffering a heart attack, and it sucks. But Macho Man, thank you. Rest in peace, and hopefully you're up there with Eddie. You're up there with Mr. Perfect. You're up there with Owen. You're up there with many of your other buddies that you wrestled over the years. Thank you for the memories, and now it's time for you to do your thing up in the pearly gates. Thank you.